Reel it in.
Let's reel it in today on Chatting Underground
10 minutes
about
later.
what our podcast is all about. Since we've been running our mouth for we had a good spiel going there for a second, but now we're at 10 minutes.
Yeah, I cut it. It's chill. Yeah.
So, anyways, I'm Kitty. I don't know why I'm waving,
I'm
but anyways.
Alex.
We're your hosts for Chatting Underground Podcast, all about music, where we bring the old
And the new.
to you every week. We want to introduce you to bands that you may not know of, that are local bands, sometimes international bands that travel in like a 3-state area. Sometimes they do nationwide, maybe even world national tour type things, but they're bands that primarily are not mainstream. Bands that you're not going to know of because they're not going to get played on the radio a whole lot, but they're going to show up in your local venues, and they pack awesome shows with awesome lyrics and hard driving beats because that's what they do, and they're doing it on their own terms, and that's who we want to have our conversations with. Got anything to add, Alex?
I mean, yes, but no. Like, you covered most of it. We're just taking the old school music scene and the new school music scene. What was it? Self-promoting bands, for the most part. Highlighting those, giving them the credit.
They deserve a lot of credit because they do a lot of work. They do a lot of work.
It's
And
hard
that's
work.
where you get the doing it on your own terms.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to know, how do they balance their schedules?
Like
I
the
have
work-life
questions.
balance, the promoting
Parent-life
on your
balance. Sometimes they have extra. They have their music, they have their full-time job, and then they have something else on the side. How do you balance all that? I have questions. I need answers. I like music. My ear holes need to be expanded.
I'm always looking for new music.
Right?
This is perfect.
And help connect you, the listener, with some new music to enjoy throughout your day, throughout your work week, to share.
And we'll be covering pretty much every genre, correct?
Yep. That's kind of where I kind of feel it. Since I work at the Motor Co. in Durham, and we host just about every genre out there. I've been to several country shows. I did a lounge music show. That was interesting. Some rock shows, some R&B shows, some pretty heavy shows. They do podcasting shows there. Storytelling events. Storytellings are fun. Those are probably my favorites.
Grab your popcorn, sit down, start listening.
Oh, yeah, pretty much. So what they do is they have 4 storytellers in the first hour of it, and then 4 storytellers in the second hour of it. So you have 8 storytellers, and they're all picked from a hat. So when they come in, they put their name on a piece of paper, they throw it in a hat. The person on the stage picks a name out of the hat.
Mm-hmm.
That way you don't always have the same storyteller, and there's a theme for every event. One of the last ones I worked was Brushes with the Law.
Oh.
And so some of them were pretty good. There was a lady that got up there and told the story about planning her quest to lose her virginity in her first car ride because she'd just gotten her license and they were making out and the cop pulled up. Oh, right. So it's fun. It's a very fun event. They have some rules, like every story can only be 5 minutes long. So you really have to be a great storyteller.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know when the next one is at here, but if you ever get the opportunity to catch one, it is very much worth it. And then they do like some disco type dance parties, so we can talk about those, promote those as well. I know that the Gimme Gimme Disco is a nationwide party, and so there might be one here, like in Durham, and one in LA that same night, and one in New York that night, and one in Arkansas that night. Like I've looked it up, and they're all over the place, and they have them posted out. I think I saw a listing for the next 4 months when I
Holy
Googled it
cow.
to see. And so, like, pretty much all the dance parties that come through are that way. They're hosted by a company, and it's a company that runs those dance parties nationwide.
Oh.
So, yeah, if you hear about it here, you can find a ticket pretty much anywhere to go. So, yeah. And then upcoming interviews, we've got
Mm-hmm.
our first interview was with Scott from Robots Rising. I know I posted it wrong when I posted it on Facebook. I'm pretty
I'm
sure it's
pretty sure
Robots
it's
Rising.
Robots Rising.
Oh, and so we have our conversation that we got to have with him all about his music journey, which was a lot of fun to see him grow like he has. We had an impromptu with conversation with our friend Buddha about a little bit about his birthday party. And so we'll try to have another conversation with him that will be a little more in depth about throwing your 50th birthday and the bands that you're choosing and whether or not his band is going to be playing at that party. I have reached out to Lindy from Gable and Apocalypse. I've reached out to Jarrell from Pray for
Pray
Villains.
for Villains.
We've got Rhett Miller that I've reached out to. He is a little bit older genre music, a little more country. He also wrote a children's book that's super fun as an adult to read.
I wouldn't be reading that to no kids, but I love it.
It's awesome. So maybe we can get him to read a little bit for us when we schedule our episode with him to share that book with us. And then you reached out to Steph with City of the Week, and we're going to get her scheduled in. So we have a pretty good lineup of interviewees coming up for the next couple of months. I'm really excited to see where those conversations go.
Sarah and the Safe Word, did you say that one too?
I'm still trying to confirm that interview 100%. We got to work on a date for that one. So crossing my fingers. I have lots of. It is still in the works, and I would really love to have a conversation with them, because they are very much a part of the LGBTQ community.
LGBTQIA+.
There are so many letters in that, and I mean nobody any disrespect. It's a community that we here are very familiar with and we stand behind. And so to sit and have a conversation with them about that world and being in that world and trying to be in the music industry, and they've been around, I believe, for 15 years. Please don't quote me on that. And to see, like how the industry has changed for them from start to the middle to where they're at now, and being comfortable and being like, we are at a point of acceptance. So I want to have that conversation. Very much so.
Absolutely.
So,
oh my God.
Like we told them, there are no topics that are off limits on this podcast. I very much feel like we're going to talk about a huge variety of topics. We're going to touch everything from, probably some mental health issues here and there. And, like, how does music play into your mental health? Into just everything. There's so many conversations that we're going to have.
Starts with A and B, ends it like F and G.
I can't nail down Yeah, it is going to be kind of a spider web. But I'm excited. Are you excited, Alex?
Obviously. I'm still here.
So yeah, our plan on our show is that our episodes are going to come out every Friday, unless we're at a concert, and then we're going to have a bonus review episode of that show for you guys. Oh, don't forget our first show coming up. We're going to be at Blonde Shell on May 6th in Durham. I'm excited. Are you excited?
Yes, absolutely.
Yep. So we're going to have at least one concert review a month
Is that a
that the two
Monday?
of us are. That is a Monday. The Melanie Martinez show is on a Friday.
Okay.
Majority of them are actually on like a Wednesday or a Friday that we have scheduled for the summer.
Okay. Just
Yep,
checking.
but that one is on a Monday. Yep, that one is on a Monday. So we'll be able to let you guys know like when our concert reviews are, what shows we're going to be at. You can check us out. We have a Facebook page. We have a TikTok page. We're on Instagram, and they are all under the same name, which makes it really super easy to find. It's chatting_underground. That way you can make it, type it in, you can find it on all platforms, relatively easy using the same name.
Is it like that on Facebook? Oh, okay.
It will be.
Gotta fix it. Okay.
Yeah, I had just decided the other day, I was like, I need to just make them all the same. That way you can go into any platform, type it in chatting_underground and have it pop up.
Okay. That's fair. 10 times easier.
Yep. So we can't wait to share these fun conversations with you guys. And then, yeah. Then probably potentially in the works, we're also going to be planning a trip to go join our friend Buddha at his 50th birthday party, mix and mingle with everybody, and spread the word of our podcast.
Absolutely. It's gonna be fun. I gotta get on a plane.
I think we're going to drive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sounds better. Okay.
All right. So we will be part of your earwig wormholes May 4th. Our first episode with Scott will drop.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop 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 whoop.
So, see you guys then.